All right, got something interesting here. According to Silver Doctors. An inside look. I'm going to read basically headlines of a couple, 2, 3 different stories here. Now, as you know, silverdoctors.com, which keeps up with the silver market, manipulation, all the juicy, good stories, that you'd want to hear, they have them. They also sell bullion. They are a bullion dealer. So it says an inside look at the rapidly escalating physical silver shortage. Shortage is now spreading to silver maple leaves. Silver Doctors, are experiencing unprecedented demand for silver, period. So now they can include the silver maple leaves on top of the silver eagles, which have been sold out pretty much everywhere. The only place that I know that did a large purchase that still had some was APMEX. And they want over $6 over spot price for silver eagles unless you buy them in a large quantity. And if you buy them in a large quantity, they'll give you a discount at about $4.25 or $4.50 over spot. When just a matter of weeks ago, you could buy them for $2.29, $2.50 all day long over spot. Not anymore. Isn't that amazing? What was the other thing? Russia adds another 600,000 ounces of gold to their reserves in December. Interesting. Again, Max Kaiser talks about the German gold, wanting it back. The only problem I have with that story that Germany is telling the U.S. Fed, we're getting our gold back. They're giving them to the year 2020. It's 2013. It's 7 more years they'll be allowed to wait until they get their gold back. In other words, the Fed said, and they know this, what do you mean you're asking for your gold back? We don't have your gold. We don't even have 1 ounce of it. But give us 7 years and we'll get it back to you. That's what that's all about. Having said that, and some sad news today, actually, GATA, Gold Antitrust, those fellas, board member Adrian Douglas has died in his battle with cancer. It's incredible, actually. What a shame. Anybody at GATA is a good guy. And speaking of countries, one after another, wanting their gold back, have you even ever heard of the country? And let me see if I can pronounce this right. Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan. To withdraw all gold from J.P. Morgan's vaults. What is this? And before I kind of look into that, let me give you another little headline. Pacific Group Hedge Fund, currently, as of very recently, converting 1/3 of their assets into physical gold delivered to them via the Hong Kong exchange. So a Pacific Group hedge fund said, we don't trust the COMEX and those sharks and those guys. We're going to go to Hong Kong, which it's funny either way, whether you go to Hong Kong or you go, to the COMEX. But isn't Hong Kong where those bars were found that had tungsten? But I believe the bars that were in Hong Kong weren't leaving Hong Kong. They were coming into Hong Kong, and they caught them. So don't know about that, but I do know about 1/3 of this asset, of the assets of a hedge fund, is now going into physical gold. Notice it didn't say GLD or SLV, paper gold, paper silver. No, physical. Give us the gold. We'll hold on to it. Boy, it is not looking good for these guys, is it? So on to this Azerbaijan, country. The State Oil Fund of Azerbaijan has withdrawn the first ton of its physical gold from J.P. Morgan vaults and placed it in their own central bank vaults in Baku. The fund has announced it will withdraw all of its physical gold assets from J.P. Morgan in those warehouses that they have that are located in London. Oh boy, the elite are not feeling probably too good right now. But if gold and silver were in a bubble, they're never going back up to those prices that we saw, $50 silver and $1,900 gold. Why is there unprecedented demand? Why is it that you can't really get a silver eagle anywhere? You might be able to go on eBay and find one or two. Again, APMEX seemed to have some, but they were charging an arm and a leg above spot price to get your hands on one. For all intents and purposes, as we've all seen, there's a physical silver shortage, without a doubt. Anyways, having said that, WebBot is the next video, because it talked about three things I believe total, of precursor events it was looking for, named them, and said when these two of them were pretty much on, the third one we're still waiting for. It has just happened, I believe. And those 3 precursor events were precursor to the event of precious metals and silver, again, rising significantly. So that's another video I'm fixing to do right now. It'll be a short and sweet one, too.